Education became the first battleground for desegregation, because segregation was argued to inflict a psychological toll, making Black children feel inferior. The doll test provided scientific evidence of the negative effects of segregation, proving deep feelings of inequality. Furthermore, segregated schooling violated the 14th Amendment, denying children true equality. Brown versus Board of Education centered on Linda Brown, who was forced to walk long distances to an all-Black school when there was a white elementary school close to home. NAACP counsel Thurgood Marshall decided to help the Brown family and took it to the Supreme Court, where it was argued that separate but equal violated the 14th Amendment. In a landmark ruling on May 17, 1954, the Supreme Court declared that segregated schools were unconstitutional, stating that separate is not equal. Brown versus Topeka immediately mandated desegregation, overturning Plessy versus Ferguson and ordering schools to integrate, meaning both Black and white students would attend the same schools. However, the ruling's flaw was the lack of a specific deadline, as the Brown ruling ordered desegregation with only, quote, all deliberate speed. This vagueness allowed Southern states to stall, leading to extreme resistance from groups like the White Citizens Council, who had been newly created, and the KKK. The Little Rock Nine tested the Brown versus Board decision in September 1957. In Little Rock, Arkansas, there had entirely been around 70 Black applicants to the new integrated school. So many decided against continuing due to violence and intimidation from opposition. By the time the students were supposed to join, there were only 9. The most famous is Elizabeth Eckford, who faced a hateful mob on their way to Central High. They had not received a message asking them to avoid the school due to the resistance and turned up alone to face the mob. Governor Orval Faubus defied federal orders and deployed the National Guard to block the students from entering the school. President Eisenhower responded with federal intervention, taking control of the National Guard to protect the students. The Little Rock crisis became the first televised civil rights crisis, exposing Southern racism to the nation. It also revealed the legal limitations of Brown's ruling. Without federal enforcement, all deliberate speed meant no speed at all. This event shifted civil rights from a regional legal issue to a central pillar of national politics, demanding executive action with the involvement of the president.